Hi everyone, Donut here. I'm feeling a lot better. I don't sound so much like the movie trailer guy. I'm starting to get over the flu a little bit, like my last video. It was a little rough making that one. I got a B12 shot, took a bunch of vitamins, some Tamiflu cocaine, and I'm ready to go. We're gonna be talking about the aftermath of a mass shooting today. Not quite so much bodies laying on the ground, but at the police tactics in responding to the mass shooter. They did a really good job, and we're gonna talk about that. They didn't wait around for an hour. Believe it or not, there's no sponsor. Let's get to the shooting. October 13th, Raleigh, North Carolina. That evening, a 15-year-old teenager decided he just wanted to kill some folk. He put on some camouflage, puts a pistol in his waistband, straps a big hunting knife onto his belt, and grabs a shotgun. His first victim was his 16-year-old brother, who he shot and stabbed to death. At around 5:09 p.m., police received calls that there were shots fired and people were shot in the area. I'm going to talk about everywhere he goes, but in total, the crime scene was 2 miles long. At 5:12 p.m., another caller states that they found 2 people lying on the ground in front of a house. Shortly after that call, Raleigh police officer Gabriel Torres was inside his personal car about to drive to the police station to work his shift. The suspect walked up to him and shot him while he sat there. At 5:19, more people are calling into 911 and saying that they saw a young white man with a shotgun running into the woods. At 5:21, another person called and said they found 2 women dead on the trail in the direction the shooter ran. One was on a jog and the other was walking her dog. He even shot the dog. This little then runs and hides somewhere. That's where the body camera footage comes in. Officers immediately started combing the area while using a K-9 to track. The Borg Nom Nom is using his snoot to search for this little piece of shit. Basically, in a situation like this, the K-9 officer can't use both hands because he has to keep the K-9 on a long lead, and sometimes he's able to get a pistol out in his other hand. Basically, in a situation like this, the K-9 officer can't use both hands because he has to keep the K-9 on a long lead. Sometimes the K-9 officers can pull their pistol out, but they still don't have a long gun, and they're in the woods, and there's an active shooter out there somewhere. He could be looking at you right now. This means that the K-9 officer needs a K-9 tracking team with him. This is much like a military patrol. They span out, keep their head on a swivel, and look 360 degrees to make sure the K-9 officer and the K-9 don't get lit up. The K-9 officer's focus is on his dog. In the beginning of the body cam video, you can see the officers approach and hop a fence while tracking with the dog. You know what we haven't used in a while? Expensive high-tech crime recreation software developed for me by the FBI Crime Lab, CIA, Alex Jones, and NASA.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm going to go ahead and show you where this little f***er is because it kind of increases the pucker factor of how dangerous this situation is. Fence, first building, Popo, oh no. Oh, his torso's not connected to his legs. More Popo. Here's a leash. Here's a Bork. Second building, piece of shit. Kid with a shotgun. Trees. As soon as they jump the fence, there is a building directly in front of them. Of course, they need this to be cleared before moving to the next building across the way. Guess who's lying in wait, pronged out, inside of the building across the way?
Good here, long.
K-9 first deployed. Got gunshots in the woods, guys. Cover!
Easy.
The first officer you saw drop like a sack of taters gets hit right in his knee by the suspect's shotgun. The 5 or so officers around him immediately return suppressing fire and seek cover. They assess the situation and figure out that he was prone inside of the building. He's not shooting anymore, so the officers set up a perimeter and start issuing commands.
Call Oliver, 1533, call Oliver. Officer, stop. Get at the end, that's 1033. Alright, 1099, Oliver. With a mag bag.
Let's take a look at the body camera of the officer who was shot in the knee and went down. He immediately goes down, and a quick-thinking officer behind him grabs him and drags him behind cover. He identifies where he is hit, and they throw a tourniquet on him. Good shit. After a couple of hours, officers enter the metal garage and find the suspect down from a single gunshot wound. We can't watch that part of the body camera because it's a juvenile, so they're not going to release it to the public. Last I read, he was in critical condition. In the end, 7 people were shot by the suspect, and 5 of them died, including the off-duty Raleigh police officer who was sitting in his car in his driveway. Police have said that they currently have no motive for why he wanted to do this. He had no connection to any of the victims after he killed his brother. They were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, it seems. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this video mainly for the tactics used. We talk a lot about dogs biting the f out of people around here on this channel, but we rarely ever talk about how good they are at tracking down dirtbags. Let me know what you think about the officer's tactics in the comments below. If you want to help support the channel, you can go to donutoperator.com, get some super sweet merch, subscribe to any of my other stuff, go to my Patreon. It's $1 to get some donut after dark. And I hope you guys have a safe weekend. Until next time, please have a fantastic day.